Welcome back. Time for your team comparison, sponsored by Credible.com. This has been an interesting game, Petros, and it really does kind of go beyond the numbers. 21-13, Utah State on top. San Jose State got on the board first, just as they did last week against San Diego State, a 14-0 against the Aztecs. And then there was a kickoff return for a touchdown, and San Diego State scored 38 unanswered.
Yeah.
They saw 21 unanswered here tonight, but then they came back and answered the call just before halftime. So they're not folding up here tonight.
No, it's been an interesting game. There's no doubt about it. It's a cold night, and it's very hard for sometimes teams from California to come to this kind of weather in November and have to play through it. And here's last week, just what you were talking about. Jordan Byrd, after a hot start by the Spartans, takes it to the house, and that was that for them. That completely deflated them down in San Diego for the entire rest of the game. Now, in tonight's game, they get the partial block. Jaden Smith returns it for a touchdown, and you're thinking, wow, on the road, San Jose State struggling. It's going to happen again. But this time, Chevin Cordero orchestrates a drive, throws it up to Elijah Cooks, and the Spartans are back in it.
And Utah State, oh, there's the bag of tricks we were talking about. A little flip reverse on the kickoff return, and Terrell Vaughn has slammed the turf, and we're underway. Fireworks already. That's the way we like to get things going. We were told that there were numerous trick plays that were ready to be called upon at any moment for Utah State against this stingy and stout San Jose State defense. Utah State had 3 drives with 10 players or more in just 45 first half snaps. They were chewing up a lot of clock. Time of possession certainly in their favor in this one, up 21-13 as we are set to get underway here in the second half. Here's Calvin Tyler trying to follow the block of his offensive line. Elijah Wood there on the stop.
Yeah, they pull some O-linemen there that time. Chandler Dolphin comes around, and Calvin Tyler tries to get a path underneath them. Nice 5-yard gain on first down, and he's had a productive night.
Here's Tyler again. And nothing going there. He swallowed up Noah Labulo.
They just play with so much pace coming out of the run. Usually when it's 3rd and short, though, they throttle down a little bit and do a check with me to the sideline. Spend a lot of time looking over to Anthony Tucker for the call.
Thrown on 3rd and 5. Pressure coming from San Jose State. Laga right up the middle, somehow eludes the pressure. It was a headsy play from Cooper. He saw the blitz coming right away.
We talked about that vision quest, wrestling strength that he has, and he runs right through Kyle Harmon to get the first down. Can't get through Sanders, who ends up making the tackle, but a lot of toughness from Cooper Laga.
Jay Kakiba is up and running off the sideline. That's good. And he can set it a couple of times. The athleticism, you can see it from Lagai. Hurdled a potential tackler earlier. Petros mentioned the wrestling, also a state champion in the javelin. As Tyler puts the ball on the ground, and San Jose State gets it. Could be a costly mistake from the senior, Calvin Tyler. And you can see Brent Brennan.
See what happened here. Tyler's been such a workhorse and has had good ball security, being patient like always, and it just got punched out. Really heads-up play there by Marcel Sanders.
Yeah, he just kind of got one of his big paws on it. And
yeah, he was just looking to make the tackle, but in doing so, he came out pretty far. Right into the San Jose State secondary. They were right there to follow.
So from the 46, and Cordero wrapped up right away. Motu Apuaka with his second sack of the game.
That makes 4 for the season for the senior from Honolulu. Just hanging out and fighting Malik Williams long enough to close down on Cordero. Tries to spin out, can't do it. Nice start for the Aggies defense, and now the Spartans are behind.
The throw on 2nd and 16, and that's Cooks. Elijah Cook's been so dangerous every time he catches a ball.
He goes up the field and then around. A.J. Carter catches that ball on time, and a good job by Fernando Carmona leading through. Well-designed play.
Cooks with those 2 touchdown grabs already. 94 receiving yards in the game. 3rd and 2 here. Cordero going to run it and pick up the first down.
And he just has that ability very quickly to make a decisive move to the outside and gain yardage. He doesn't do it too often, but when he does, it adds a real dimension to this Spartans O.
Not super flashy. He doesn't average 7 or 8 yards per carry like a lot of these guys, but 8 touchdown runs on the season. Nearly 200 yards on the ground coming into the game. And here they go with the reverse pass. Cooks looking deep. And you saw that flag coming. It was Hunter Reynolds who was beaten on the play and wrapped up the receiver. And that's going to be a 15-yard pass interference penalty.
Better than the 6 on the board. I'm sure they'll say that's Nick Nash.
Pass interference, number 27, defense. 15 yards from previous spot, automatic, first down.
Former quarterback, now turned receiver, Nick Nash, was down the field on that one. A little underthrown by Cooks. You relish these opportunities when you're not a quarterback to be able to stand there and throw it. Cooks gets hit. Underthrown ball, and I don't know if Reynolds needed to do that, but
thinking the same thing.
Did it anyway, and you see the penalties. It has not been a clean night for either team.
So now inside the red zone for San Jose State, ball sitting on the 19-yard line. Cordero, the design quarterback run to the right side, gets back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got much more. Max Alford getting the start for MJ Tafisi on the stop.
Utah State's defense been a little beat up, but done a good job against Coach Brennan's offense, limiting their opportunities. But as lopsided as this game was for a big part of the first half, San Jose State right in it after that Calvin Tyler turnover, the touchdown here.
Cordero eludes one tackler and another, somehow getting back to the 19-yard line. 3 guys had a crack at him, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, averting disaster.
Yeah, Byron Vaughns was first, number 11. Who's really an ears pinned back type of pass rusher, runs right through the block of Shamar Garrett, but Cordero gets away from him and creates. I didn't know if he was going to get away. It almost was a very spectacular play. but the Aggies rally to make the tackle and force a 3rd and long.
Best run for no gain of the day.
Yeah.
Cordero. 3rd and 10. Pressure coming again. He's not getting out of this one. There were 3 dudes in on that sack, including Daniel Gresham.
Yeah, we're talking about those edges, those 2 defensive ends. Really, really aggressive pass rushers in Gresham and Vaughns. And they both kind of meet at Cordero on this play. There's Vaughns, and he pushes him up, and because he pushes up, Gresham is there to finish the sack. Nice response from Utah State after the PI.
Terran Shiva on for the 41-yard field goal attempt. Just inside the right hash. Kick is up, and it is good. So trimming into that 8-point lead, 21-16. You know, it's been a minute since San Jose State has beaten Utah State. Duke and Hinacho with a pick 6. And San Jose State's Kyle Reed with 3 touchdown passes in that game. Spartans down the Aggies 30-7. How long's it been? Well, George Bush was president.
Okay.
Gas was about half of what it is where you live, Petros, in Palos Verdes, California. Minimum wage under $7. Pink had the #1 song, which I know you have on repeat.
Love her. Like the acrobatics, the stage show.
So good. And again, the short kick fielded by Brock Lane. And, oh, that's cute. Everybody all bundled up in the stands. And they are just trying to stay warm.
Great display of blankets. So many different blankets, so colorful. Flag
That's
there on the
great,
play.
it's a great gift with Christmas approaching. Nothing beats are just a big, thick blanket.
You don't have to ask somebody what their size is.
That's a great point. It's simple. I mean, look at, they're everywhere. I've never seen so many blankets.
Right? It's a great display. It's a tapestry of America.
Very sporty.
After the play, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 87, receiving team. 15-yard penalty, will remain 1st down.
Brock Lane called for unsportsmanlike conduct. He was on the receiving end of the kick. Let's take another look here as he's getting up.
Ooh.
Oh, that looked like a little bit of a dive to me.
You think?
Yes, a little bit of a dive.
We got the World Cup coming up. I mean, everybody's practicing.
Please. Andrew Jenkins.
I mean, if it's really the World Cup, we need somebody to come out and spray the guys down with the special soccer spray, and then they get up and run off.
Give Andrew Jenkins an Oscar. Wow. Quick pass out to Vaughn. And a good tackle by Brian Parham.
And that's what starts the wheel rolling, right? One of these quick passes, and here they are lined up again, ready to go fast. They only stopped down for a second on 3rd down.
2nd and 5. Here's Tyler picking up the 1st down. Boy, does he run hard. Lando Gray with the hit on the end, but not before Calvin picks up the 1st.
I really like his ability to be patient and then burrow up in there. We've seen it a bunch today. Good for him to get the ball in his hands after the turnover.
Fake it to Tyler again, then it's to Cobbs. And right back to the line of scrimmage. This tempo worked so well for them early on in the 1st half, and here they go again.
Positive plays. They're going to go fast unless it's 3rd down.
Tyler. Good open field tackles. Parham again. He's done a nice job lately. One of the younger members of this defense from Long Beach Poly High School.
Yeah, Jackrabbits, the great Long Beach Poly. It's his 2nd year playing, and he's taking a knee now, a little bit banged up there on that play. Now he's all the way down.
And it's Wilmore.
Big hit.
Couple, yeah, it was Cade Hall. Smacked him.
Jordan Wilmore, one of the bigger recruits out of the Los Angeles area, who ended up at Utah, then Fresno State, now at Utah State.
Laga getting chased, and there's really nowhere to go there. It was Fehoko who was getting after him, and he gets after everybody. First in the conference in tackles for loss, third in sacks coming in.
Now think about this. I don't think Parham was faking an injury or anything like that, but when he went down, it stopped the pace of the Aggies offense, and suddenly they don't look as potent anymore. It's 3rd and 6. They have to wait. Fehoko's getting a little bit of a breather, and they might have a chance to get him off the field, and Parham's back.
Another quick pass. It's Cobbs.
Didn't get there.
Oh, he did. He's going to be a couple yards shy. Nehemiah Shelton, the last one to get a shot in.
Yeah, Shelton over there, Kyle Harmon over there. 4th and 1. Offense is out on the field.
Going for it on 4th down. Just over midfield, and that was a well-drawn-up play. Cooper Laga fakes the inside handoff, keeps it, and picks up the 1st down for the Aggies.
Yeah, fooled a lot of people, but the left side of that San Jose State D did stay home, and Laga barely got that 1st down. I thought he was going to have it easy, but a great job sacrificing his body. Kyle Harmon dives and makes the play, but not in time.
Here's Calvin Tyler sidestepping his way to picking up another couple yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Gain of 4, 2nd down, and 6 yards to go.
And they just find a way to kind of inch their way down the field, keeping Cordero and that San Jose State offense cold on the sideline. We saw this in the 1st half.
Laga with time, wide open receiver. This is Justin McGriff. There was nobody in the picture.
No, he was all alone, and we saw McGriff drop a ball like that in the 1st half that was right in his hands. That time, he really makes sure, wrestles the ball a little bit, but comes up with it. And Utah State really threatening now with a drive that looks a lot like some of their drives from the 1st half.
2 drives over 5 minutes in the 1st half. Laga swings it out quickly along the left sideline. McGriff in for the touchdown. The 4th touchdown of the year for the senior from Tampa.
Big body out there on the sideline, 6'6". They flip it out to the crime dog, and he high steps his way into the end zone. Good block by Vaughn. And poor pursuit by the Spartans leads to the Utah State touchdown.
Connor Cole on for the extra point, and he remains perfect on extra points.
Cade Hall and Kyle Harmon and Fehoko.
Robinson on 2nd and 2 has some room. And he
Robinson.
burrows his way to the 41-yard line.
Get a couple of good runs to start this drive off. Be interesting to see what Kevin McGibbon, the OC, and a very respected play caller, does now that the run is starting to pop a little bit. Really nice run. Working right underneath Alford.
Gives him a 1st down. Cordero under pressure decides to keep it himself. And he picks up about 4 yards. A.J. Carter shoves him out of bounds.
They spied him with Hunter Reynolds, and he did a good job chasing him out to the sideline. But San Jose State's offense working pretty well.
Here's Here's Cordero again, gonna tuck it and run. Gonna be about a yard shy of picking up the first. Third down and short. Coming up.
Alford and Reynolds there to make the tackle. He is very dangerous when he takes off.
Robinson back in at running back for San Jose State. 3 receivers to the left for Cordero. And first down. Robinson picks up just enough. A.J. Vongpachong.
Good job on the mesh there by Cordero, really holding those defensive ends until he could make a decision and feel as if Robinson had enough space to get that yard. Vongpachong, a really run and hit type of guy who's grown into a leadership role this year.
So Robinson starting to pick up a little steam lately. 9 carries, 46 yards, averaging just over 5 yards per carry. That's kind of the magic number in terms of wins and losses for San Jose State. Cordero, the strike to Cooks, breaks a tackle, and he's dragged down inside the 10-yard line by Alford.
Get the run going a little bit, have a successful short yardage play, and then whip it over to your most explosive player. Too much space there from Andre Grayson. An accurate throw by Cordero.
5 catches, 114 yards, a couple of touchdowns for Cooks. First and goal from the 9 for San Jose State. And touchdown number 3, Elijah Cooks. Have yourself a night, young man.
First multiple touchdown game for him. The graduate transfer from Nevada. From Atascadero, California. Atascadero High School, home of the Greyhounds. And he is like a Greyhound.
You are absolutely right. Great throw by Cordero. Right on target, in stride.
And he's counting the touchdowns too.
As he should be. Came into the game with 5 touchdown catches. Has 3 tonight to go along with 123 receiving yards. And it's a 5-point game, folks. This is going to be a good one. Chevin Cordero's favorite receiver this year is Elijah Cooks, and you can see why tonight. A career-high 3 touchdown catches for Cooks gives him 8 on the season, and 7 of those have come in the last 6 weeks. So he has been rolling. 123 receiving yards, his 4th 100-yard game of the season.
Sitting next to his roommate there on the bench, Chevin Cordero told us that he thought he'd be a lot more cocky. He's actually a very humble guy, is Cooks. Having a great night tonight.
Another short kick, fielded and returned. This time it was Alford on the return. So a 5-point ball game. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, and I don't think there's any surprises here in terms of how competitive this one has been. San Jose State, as we talked about earlier, has not beaten Utah State in almost 15 years. Logan, not an easy place to win, but it's the only team in the conference they haven't beaten in the last 2 or 3 years. There's been 15 almost. Here's Vaughn. Staying in bounds somehow to pick up a couple extra yards before Kyle Harmon wraps him up.
So that usually gets him going to play with a little bit of pace, and it's the patience within this pace that Cooper Legas has shown that's really impressed me tonight.
Jordan Wilmore. And Wilmore looks to have picked up the first down for Utah State.
Nice run by Wilmore. Robert Briggs not available in this one. Wilmore and John Gentry backing up Tyler, and Tyler almost at 100 yards is taking the bulk of it.
Wilmore still in. Here he is again. And Wilmore, as you mentioned, transfer from Fresno State. Played a lot as a true freshman when he was at Utah.
Yeah, there was a time where he was the heir apparent to the running back position at Utah. A huge recruit out of Longdale High School in Southern California.
It's time to fake the handoff to Wilmore. Trying the back shoulder, and McGriff this time isn't able to hold on to it. It was a little low.
It looked like he kind of lost the ball when it was in the air because Michael Dansby, the freshman corner, was kind of in the way. Yeah, he kind of wasn't able to relocate it after getting behind Dansby. Just caught him.
Like on the turn, those back shoulders can be tough. Almost had it though.
Could have caught it against his thighs.
Working with a lot there. 6'6" frame, hard to get down. 3rd and 7 now for Utah State.
Incomplete passes really slow this offense down, really get him out of rhythm.
With plenty of time. Picked off! Cooper Laga picked off for the 2nd time tonight. Chase Williams, Johnny on the spot.
Chase Williams, the USC transfer, came in right away and assumed a leadership role. Really meshed well with his teammates. And we said, you know, you get an incomplete pass, you're a little bit out of sorts. You try to throw a bit of a corner route there to Vaughn and just floated it up a little bit. Nice read by Chase Williams and a good job coming up with the pick. We've had a couple drop tonight.
That's right, he had the one dropped in the end zone, and that one a little bit behind and a little bit high for Terrell Vaughn. And you can see the turnover numbers. Utah State has 3. Yet they still have a 5-point lead here with under a minute to go in the 3rd. Catch is made by Lockhart.
Cordero's starting to really sharpen up. He's been running the ball. He seems to be kind of lathered up in this game. You see all the hot breath coming out from everybody. Everybody has been giving a great effort in this one on a cold night. Cordero's starting to really find receivers and surgically do his thing. Can they finish this drive at the end of the 3rd quarter?
Keeping it on the ground with Robinson. Starts left, goes back to the right.
Love that counter motion there. What a great play call by Kevin McGiven.
And the 3rd quarter comes to end. Welcome back. Utah State still somehow managing a 5-point lead. 3 turnovers in the game for the Aggies, and they're jumping around here in Logan.
Not as old as Camp Randall, but hey.
Still works. Cordero on the draw, and he's not going anywhere. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 Aggies all over him. Motu Apuaka going to get credit for at least half of that sack, which would be either his 2nd and a half sack or his 3rd sack on the night.
Yeah, he's in there. Vacauta's in there. And just so much pressure coming from both edges with Greshik and Vaughns. Just a kind of a strange looking draw call there.
That's the 7th tackle for a loss for Utah State tonight. And a very nice punt return by Cooper Jones from Elko, Nevada. Next weekend starts Saturday strong with college football's best rivalry. Number 3 Michigan taking on number 2 Ohio State. It all starts at 9 a.m. Eastern with a special 3-hour edition of Big Noon Kickoff live from the Horseshoe. Then it's Michigan, Ohio State at noon Eastern on Fox. College football playoff picture perhaps starting to become more clear. TCU wins today. Tennessee loses today. Ohio State, Michigan certainly going to have a big say in who's in the Final Four.
A lot of talk. Everybody flipping their lid, talking about USC and what they can do. Have an opportunity to beat 3 ranked teams and finish the season. And if they do that, they're going to get a lot of love.
Here's Laga. Looked like they had a little problem at the mesh point. He does pull it and run. And for Utah State, they're playing for bowl eligibility here tonight. Win number 6.
Yeah, and after starting 1-4, losing to Weber State, getting destroyed by Alabama. Like you said, a little bit of a collision there in the mesh point that messed up the timing for Laga. And a 3rd and long situation. These have not been good to the Aggies. The last one, Laga threw a pick.
Set of 12 on 3rd down overall. Laga dumps this one off short. And it's Calvin Tyler taking care of business.
We'll see if that gets their pace going. They've been very balanced tonight with the rush and the pass, and overall I've been most impressed with their patience. Now, a couple of picks have gotten the Spartans back in this game.
Cooper Laga now with 21 completions. That's a career high. He's going to throw again here. And should have been caught for 22. But it's McGriff with another drop after that touchdown earlier.
Yeah, been that kind of night for McGriff. Couldn't hook up on a back shoulder on the last drive. This time just drops it.
Ball's on the 44-yard line. Tyler back in at running back. Laga looks that way, rolls to the right. And gets rid of it. The pressure was coming from Brian Parham.
Yeah, incomplete passes really just stop these guys cold, don't they? They have a hard time. Laga is very much a rhythm player. And now facing a 3rd and 10. And San Jose State feeling pretty confident. Their offense is working okay, and they've been hanging around in this game long enough to have a chance to take the lead here if they get a stop.
They've been very good on 3rd down, 8 of 13.
Those are the shorter ones.
Yeah, the long ones have given him trouble. And this is a long one, 10 yards here, and Laga keeping it himself, trying to spin out a couple of tackles. It's not going to be enough, to your point, Petros. When it's 3rd and long, they have trouble converting those.
Now, will they try to hang on to the ball here and go for it on 4th down? These long, sustained drives and hanging on to the ball has been really successful for them. Only 3 yards to go, and they lead the offense out on the field.
So 4th and 3 from the 37. Rolling to his right. Nowhere to go for Laga. Sacked by Parham. Parham been very good on this drive. And he was just stopped in his tracks. Nobody was open, nowhere to go.
Waited too long, I think, for that play to develop, and a great job by Parham coming over and making the sack as San Jose State giving their offense a chance again with a turnover on down.
Oh, the latest in a long line of great quarterbacks to come out of St. Louis High School, Honolulu. Marcus Mariota, Tua Tagovailoa, and Chevin Cordero, the transfer from the University of Hawaii. Potentially could be the offensive player of the year in the Mountain West Conference this year.
It really could, especially since Jake Hader spent a long time hurt. You know, Cordero racked up the numbers and really lit September and October on fire.
Cordero passing again. That one is complete to Jackson Kanan. Jackson Kanan, Skylar Loving-Black, the two tight ends getting the majority of the run. Dominic Mazzotti is out. Sam Olsen, the regular starter, is out as well. And they are right back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 3 for the Spartans. Robinson moving back to that pistol formation, taking the handoff and making a nice move. Ball's down. Lockhart jumps on it right away. Lucky break for the Spartans. They fumble the ball and still pick up the first down.
What a move by Kyrie Robinson before he loses the ball. Just jukes Hunter Reynolds, and then the ball comes flying out. And he puts both his hands on his head. That's a terrible feeling, being down and not having the ball and not knowing where it is.
But it's a great feeling when your guy has your back, like Justin Lockhart did.
Well, it's better than watching the other guys come up with it, and the official pointed it the other way, that's for sure.
Well, a chance to take the lead if they can find the end zone on this drive. First down for Cordero, pressure coming, eludes it again. Nice job using his feet, finally taken down by A.J. Vongpachon.
They've really come at him in waves. The first bye, which is the edge rush, and then he got up the field, and Vongpachon, who can really run, catching up to him and minimizing the damage there. They've done a pretty good job against Chevin Cordero's legs in this game.
Take it down and 6 yards to go.
Isaac Jernigan in at running back. 2nd and 6. Cordero lets go of it on time and complete to Jermaine Braddock. And another first down for the Spartans.
They've had a lot of success with these in routes. Braddock runs in along with Miller above him. And Cordero has a two-way go, goes with the inside guy. Looking very accurate.
Taking a shot. And broken up in the end zone. Good play defensively. That was A.J. Carter. Why not?
A.J. Carter, we talked about it earlier, battling a foot.
Almost picked that off.
Yeah, it was pretty close to it. Trying to get it to Nick Nash down the field. Carter had a good shot at that one.
Here's Robinson, finds the edge. First down, Spartans, tough run, and Robinson.
Kyrie Robinson at a Concord de La Salle High School, a legendary place. Also the Spartans has really been the difference here in the second half for the San Jose State offense. Like you said, he gets the edge and some good blocking by Miller out on the edge, the wide receiver. He's able to create another first down. And this is where they like Chevin Cordero throwing to Elijah Cooks.
Look at the numbers for Robinson, 69 yards, almost 6 yards per clip.
And that is just enough to allow this offense some comfortability to work.
And that 16-yard gain by Robinson, his longest run of the day. And we are going to take a break as the Spartans try to get into the end zone and take the lead here in Logan. FS1 College Football is sponsored by Chase Sapphire. Make more of what's yours. Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium. Merlin Olsen, one of the great Aggies of all time, and you look at Kyrie Robinson's numbers there. He had 4 carries for just 17 yards in the first half, and he has picked it up now, 69 yards on the ground in the game, operating out of the pistol. Cordero going to keep it himself, breaks a tackle, nice move to get back to the line of scrimmage. Picked up a couple. And in regards to Robinson, as they fake the handoff here, he's hard to get a hold of, Petros.
So's Cordero. He made a great move there on Kaleo Neves. Neves ended up coming back and making the tackle, but very shifty. And Robinson's the same way. Usually, you know, you start the game, you don't pay a lot of attention to the run. It's not there for you in the fourth quarter. This has been an exception with Kyrie Robinson for the Spartans.
Keep your eye on Elijah Cooks at the top of your screen. Already has 3 touchdown catches. Cordero keeping it on his own down to the 5-yard line. Cordero now has run the ball 15 times. 16 times, check that, for 15 yards.
Eludes the rush the first time from Gresham. Gresham with a good motor turning around and making the play, but this has been an impressive drive. And a drive that they could potentially take the lead on. 3rd and short here, and they could get a first down without scoring.
Cordero pressured, releases in for the touchdown, or is he short?
No signal yet.
Jackson Kanan, they're going to mark him down short of the end zone.
Looked to me like he smashed the pylon with his body.
Thought he got in. Let's take another look here, Petros.
They run a nice little movement play, and they bring Mazzotti around. Let's look at his right knee.
Right there.
Previous plays under further review.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it, but calling it short on the field is probably going to have some significance.
Right there.
Yeah, good
now,
call.
It's hard to tell from that angle.
Yeah, where the ball is at that point. Brent Brennan, just a relentlessly positive coach, has been just willing his team through this game tonight in very cold conditions, and they've been down a couple scores and they've been fighting their way back. This is really close. This will be a good shot.
See, this one, to me, it looked like before the knees.
Yeah, very, very close, but the right call on the field.
After further review, the ruling on field is confirmed. First down.
It's so important what the call on the field is, because it has to be clear and overwhelming evidence to overturn a call on the field.
Yeah, I think if that one got called a touchdown, they might bring it back. But they did get the first, and now 1st and goal. So not a terrible situation for San Jose State, but they can't afford to take one of those 5-step drop back sacks that they've been taking a few times in this.
San Jose State trailed by 15 late in the first half. A chance to take the lead here in the 4th quarter. Cordero into the end zone, and this time he is in. Jackson Kanan leaves no questions about this touchdown.
Sophomore out of Sacramento. As you said, Dan, no Sam Olsen in this one, no Dominic Mazzotti. And Kanan comes across the formation, gets by Hunter Reynolds, and in front of A.J. Carter. Nice play by Cordero. Well-orchestrated drive by Brent Brennan and his OC, Kevin McGibbon. They're going to go for 2. They have to.
Touchdown puts them up by 1. Going for 2 would put them up by 3. So Utah State would need a field goal to tie it. 4 receivers to the left, and he goes to the left. It was Cooks. And that is a monster 2-point conversion for the Spartans. So Cooks, who has 3 touchdowns, now has a 2-point conversion. It's not complete, but the comeback is on for San Jose State. The touchdown from Jackson Kanan, the 2-point conversion from Elijah Cooks. 3-point ball game here in Logan. Welcome back to Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. San Jose State now has the lead. Shout out to all the camera guys working hard tonight. Anthony White there in the end zone getting the job done. You guys are doing a great job. We've had a lot of reviews. It means we look at a lot of replays, a lot of fantastic camera work, and we have a fantastic game here, a 3-point game. San Jose State now in the lead. It's the first lead they've had since early in the first quarter, where they went up 6-0. They scored the touchdown. Extra point was blocked. And listen, there's no quit in this squad.
Well, we talked about the culture of Brent Brennan's team and what they've built, and they have a lot of trust and belief in each other and belief in their system, and they hung into this game, not like the Fresno State game and the San Diego State game where they kind of got pummeled. They have hung in and answered and taken the lead here late.
Laga answering the call here to Terrell Vaughn. And the interesting thing about Utah State, Petros, is as they get right back to the line of scrimmage, keeping it on the ground for a gain of 1. Nice defensive play, just wrapped up right away and tackled by Fajoka. Is Utah State has come from behind in 4 of their 5 victories this season.
Yeah, it's been that kind of year for them. They've had to fight and scratch for everything. Once Logan Bonner went down and Laga went down, they were really scrambling for personnel. They have some of their guys back tonight. See if they can finish this game at home already. Here's a big 3rd down. Calvin Tyler has done a very good job. He had the fumble in this game, but
3 turnovers for Utah State have proved to be costly, at least up to this point.
Yeah, Tyler had one of those fumbles, but he's at 100 yards now. That one got him there.
And for Tyler, that is his 6th 100-yard game of the season. Laga throwing it down the field, kind of a wobbly one, but it's hauled in. Cobbs kind of hung with that in the air. Good concentration to catch that in front of Nehemiah Shelton.
Yeah, looked like he wanted to take off and then thought better of it, and then just stood up straight and threw that wobbler, as you said, and Cobbs comes under it, and they're running pace again.
Tyler. And they're just trying to rip that ball away again, but Tyler's going to have none of it. Here's another look at that throw, P.
Yeah, he kind of gives a little pump fake and looks around like he wanted to take off. It wasn't there, and then he sees Cobbs and sort of awkwardly gets it out, but plenty of room, and Cobbs gets his body between the ball and the defender and makes the play. Utah State with a chance to take the lead back or at least tie.
2nd and 2, keeping it on the ground again. And Tyler going to pick up the 1st down.
I really like his willingness to take it back inside. You know, so many backs, it's their natural proclivity to take it out, to take it outside, because that is where a lot of the space is when you're a young back. But you realize taking it back inside is where there is a lot of hidden yards. And Tyler understands that, and he's gained a lot that way.
1st and goal from the 9. Laga looks right, he's going to keep it himself, and he's down to the 6-yard line.
Derek Odom, the defensive coordinator for San Jose State, described that quarterback draw that they run with Cooper Laga as vicious. And he is kind of that type of player, choppy with his limbs. Missed a few throws tonight, but certainly competitive with a lot of fire.
Here's Tyler right up the gut. And he gets down to about the 3-yard line, runs right into the teeth of that San Jose State defense. Marcel Sanders was the first one there.
Big 3rd down call now.
Look at Tyler, got the turf tape coming off the arms, just breathing heavy. Game's on the line. 3rd and goal, down by 3.
He's been the workhorse, or the work Aggie.
Well played. And timeout called by Utah State. They had 21 unanswered points after San Jose State scored the first touchdown of the game. And the Spartans, Brett Brennan's troops, have come back to take the lead. And with under 3 to go, Utah State looking at 3rd and goal with a very good chance to retake the lead.
Brett Brennan never discouraged, always encouraging the team, always keeping these guys in it with their motto, which is climb the mountain. Keep climbing the mountain. That's what they've been saying for years. And Coach Anderson, their team has had a long climb from starting out at 1-4 and now on the cusp of bowl eligibility. If they can finish this game, as you see him talk to Logan Bonner, the quarterback, the great quarterback that they started the year with.
Huge play here. 3rd and goal for the Aggies. Tyler into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. Third touchdown of the game for the young man from Beaumont, Texas. Not a bad senior night for Calvin Tyler.
Would not have had the stamina to do this last year in the altitude. Right on him at the start of that play was Cade Hall, but the stop move and the acceleration, the toughness and the will from Calvin Tyler Jr., the graduate, gives the Aggies the lead.
.249 to go, and the Aggies take the lead. Tighten up the ski mask, folks. It's going to be a wild finish here at Maverick Stadium. Welcome back. 35-31. San Jose State took the lead for the first time since early in the first quarter. Then Utah State answers the call.
Got a lot colder on that sideline.
Indeed.
After that touchdown was scored, but San Jose State still with a shot to come back in this one. But Utah State with a great answer there to take the lead back.
Elliott Nimrod keeping this one in bounds, bouncing to the 2-yard line before Jernigan finally picks it up. And he's going to be tripped up shy of the 20. Our Chase Sapphire player of the game. Make more of what's yours. And who else? Calvin Tyler. 3 touchdowns, 28 carries, 119 yards. Those 3 scores, by the way, a career high. And for Calvin Tyler, it is the 6th 100-yard game of the season. He's getting close to 1,000 yards, 972 on the year.
And he deserves it. He kept coming all game long and wore out that San Jose State defense. Will it be enough?
That's Cooks to the 20. That's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3. Byron Vaughn's on the tackle.
Nice adjustment by Vaughn's there too, Dan, because Vaughn's is a pass rusher. That time he peels off the pass rush, recognizing that little screen, and goes and makes a hit on Cooks, and Cooks has to come out, stretch those legs, as he says.
Kyrie Robinson in the backfield, 3 receivers to Cordero's right. Goes over the middle, complete just shy of the sticks. Mekhi Miller hauls it in.
Want a little more consistency from Miller, and they've gotten a few targets and receptions in this game from him.
That one was in the hands of Lockhart for a moment. It was low, but it looked like Lockhart was going to be able to go down to get it. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, the great play on Cooks on 1st down by Vaughn's. And then short of the sticks is Miller. That looked very catchable for Lockhart, who's had a heck of a game. 6 receptions for 87 yards. But 4th and 2, and this is it.
This is the game right here. And timeout called. So what do you get? Cordero on the move with as good as he's been? I mean, he hasn't picked up a ton of yards, but...
You know, it's really a double-edged sword, because if you drop him back and give him the whole field to work his progression, you're really asking for Vaughns and Greshik to rush and get after him and disrupt, and that's what they've done. If you roll him out, you cut half the field off, and now he doesn't have as many options, and he's a guy that can really work progression and find different targets. So probably giving him a two-way go. It's 4th and 2. I would involve Kyrie Robinson.
Robinson been very good in the first half, or in the second half, rather. As we look at the numbers for Cordero, the 4 touchdown passes, a career high.
And Kevin McGivern, the play caller for San Jose State, really knows how to manipulate matchups and do it with formations and personnel groups. So this will be very interesting, seeing how they go about it and how the Aggies combat
Kyrie Robinson. He had 17 yards in the first half. In the second, over 50. 4th and 2. Biggest play of the game for San Jose State. Pressure coming. An unbelievable almost catch. Not able to hold on. Cooks can't get it. A.J. Carter there to make sure he is not going to make that catch.
A.J. Carter's been out for a month with a foot, and he makes a wildly athletic play to get up and punch that ball out. Cordero with a pretty great play just to get that ball released.
How about that? We mentioned it earlier. We didn't know if Johnny Carter was going to play in this game, and he makes the play of the game.
Here he is one-on-one with their most explosive player. Doesn't grab him long enough to draw a flag, and gets up and makes a play on that ball. Looked like Cooks had a good chance to hang on to it, but I think the ground knocked it out.
Yeah, the ball was on him right away. That was a close to impossible catch, and Carter was all over him. There you see the smart play by Calvin Tyler, staying in bounds.
A 4-minute drill. And now San Jose State will have to burn their timeouts, and Utah State with great field position after turning him over on downs.
Gotta feel great for this Utah State squad. Tough break for Cooks, who's been so good. And San Jose State, assuming this does go in the books as a 4-point loss after that awesome start to the season, they've now lost 3 of their last 5 games.
Times get hard in the conference as you head toward the end of the season, and kind of 2 different stories going on as the Yeti is exuberant. But San Jose State started hot, cooled off a little bit as the season has gone on. The opposite for the Aggies, right?
And on the flip side, you have Utah State on the verge of becoming bowl eligible after that 1-4 start, which is just remarkable.
Brent Brennan still willing this team, still some time left. 3rd down, and the Aggies will have a decision to make if they don't make it.
Third and 6 coming up for Utah State. Brent Brennan still trying to figure out the timing here and what has to happen for them to get another shot.
Yeah, this is a big moment, big down here for Utah State.
3rd and 6 from the 21. Here's Laga, and he has to cut it back up inside. Trey Jenkins on the tackle, 4th down coming up.
They're going to run as much clock as they possibly can.
And so it's a 4-point lead.
Looks like they'll probably call a timeout and then make a decision about the kicker. The 3 points does help you to a certain degree.
All right, so they called the timeout here with 2 seconds to go on the play clock. And they'll bring the field goal unit out. And Connor Coles will be in a pretty good spot to put them up by 7. And if they are able to pull this out and get this comeback win, yet another comeback win, it would be their 5th comeback in 6 wins this year, and they would be bowl eligible for the 10th time in 12 years. But first things first, Petros, they need a made field goal. Connor Coles from 37 yards away. Coles is on the ground, which is the reason that we see some flags. Penalty will be declined, and Utah State, or applied on the kickoff, will be perfectly content to be up by 7 here with 35 seconds to go.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, number 25, defense. Half the distance to go, automatic first down.
Wow.
Oh. Well, that's big.
Michael Dansby comes in and rolls into the kicker. I don't think he flopped there, Coles. He just got rolled up on it. Coach Anderson saw it right away.
And that's the plant leg, so that's a good call. That's a foul, and that's the ballgame.
Coach Brennan's reaction there. And he said, did we run into the kicker? You got to be kidding me.
That's a tough break, and Cooper Laga going to be able to just take an E and let this clock run out. And Utah State on senior night at home with their 9th straight win over San Jose State. Brent Brennan's troops with a valiant effort, up 6-0. Saw Utah State score 21 straight. The Spartans end up taking the lead in the 4th quarter, and then Cooper Laga and company answer the call.
Both teams a real great example of resiliency. Obviously, San Jose State's been through so much this year. Brent Brennan's led them through, and they are bowl eligible. And now the Aggies, after a 1-4 start and losing Logan Bonner, have fought their way back to bowl eligibility. Pretty impressive for Coach Anderson's squad.
And they wrap up the season at Boise State next week. What a game for producer Joe Williams, our director Brian Biederman, our assistant director Ian Martin, Jackie Chung always doing a good job as the BA, Grayson Manley, our spotter, Ed Safita on stats, and Petros Papadakis I'm Dan Helly. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday. Saturday night's in the books.